Is your engine misfiring, smelling like raw gas, or just feeling sluggish when you try to accelerate? You might have logged code P02D6, which translates to cylinder number 6 fuel injector offset learning at minimum limit. This applies to most modern gas engines, from Fords and Chevys to BMWs. Whenever you see the word learning in a code description, it means your engine control module, or ECM, is trying to adapt to a problem, but has run out of room to adjust. Think of it like this: if you hurt your foot, your brain learns to make you limp so you can keep walking. Your car's computer does the same thing. As parts wear out or the weather changes, the computer adjusts how much fuel the injector sprays. But with this code, the computer has tried to reduce the fuel to cylinder number 6 as much as possible, hitting the minimum limit, and it still cannot get the mixture right. This is a moderate to high severity issue because if an injector is acting up, you can damage internal engine parts over time. The symptoms are usually a rough idle smoke from the exhaust and terrible fuel economy. The causes can range from a vacuum leak or a plugged air filter to a cracked intake tube or a bad fuel injector. To troubleshoot this, start with the basics before you buy parts. With the engine running, pop the hood and listen for a whistling sound. That is the telltale sign of a vacuum leak where unmeasured air is getting into the engine, confusing the computer. Check your air filter too. If it looks sucked in or collapsed, it is plugged and needs replacing. Since this is cylinder specific, check the wiring harness around the injector for cylinder 6. These connectors sit in a spot that gets hot and dirty, so look for corrosion or water intrusion. If the wiring looks clean and you have no vacuum leaks, you might have a mechanical issue with the injector itself, or even a compression issue like a worn piston ring in that cylinder. If you have a scan tool, you can watch the fuel trim data live, but if you do not have advanced diagnostic tools, swapping a fuel injector can be tricky on some modern cars. Since the ECM has to learn these values, if you replace parts and do not reset the system properly, it might not run right immediately. If you have checked the vacuum lines and the air filter and the problem persists, it is best to see a certified mechanic, especially because replacing an injector or diagnosing an ECM failure requires programming that you cannot do in your driveway.